Top 5 advices I would give to beginners of English language. I mean beginners who are trying to learn English language, whatever it is, whatever shape or form that you're starting with. Okay, so as a kid, while learning English, or even as an adult, you might face these struggles, right? So, me, from my personal experience, I've just come up with some ideas and tips that I think would work if you think about it. So just hear me out and let's get to it. Alright, number 1, nombre uno. Spanish. I know that I'm trying to speak Spanish. I'm just trying, but here it is. Okay, so first thing, what is English? Let's just think about it. It is a language.
No shit.
Obviously. Other than the fact that UK English, England English, these people are called English, so that's a different thing. But the point being, English is just a language, right? So approach it like you would any other language. So for example, if somebody, a foreigner, comes to stay at your place, your village, town, city, wherever, and asks you, could you please teach me your language? What would you do?
Nope.
The first thing that you would come up with, or even though you're not a teacher of your native language, or even if you're not a professional, it is your native language. It is easy for you to talk about it. So, or teach, I mean. So what would you say? You would say, start talking. Bro, start talking, bro. Right? So, just do that. Start talking English. It is just a language. Don't think a lot about it. Just start talking. So first point, first step, first approach, just start talking.
Really?
Right? The rest would come. Sure, grammar, pronunciation, figure of speech. What else is there? Sentence formation, blah blah blah. The rest will come. But the first thing you gotta do is just start talking. So don't think much about it, just start talking. Why is this important? It's because as a kid, I remember I studied at an English medium school, but we didn't speak English. But then I still remember till date when I was in 7th grade, thanks to our class teacher, he built a system where we had to pay fine if we spoke our native language instead of English while we were in the class. I guess everybody remembers, as far as my classmates are concerned. That was a really great advantage for us to start talking. Anyhow, I digress. My point is just start talking. It doesn't matter if it's broken English. Obviously, it's gonna be broken English or incorrect pronunciation of words whatsoever. But just start talking. That's all it is. If you're a beginner. Number 1, English is just a language. Approach it as you would any other language. Just start talking. How many times have I said just start talking by now?
Apparently not enough.
So why don't you just start talking? And 2, dos, be proud of yourself. Be proud of the fact that you've made a wonderful decision in your life to learn English, because I think that you have made this decision because English in some way, shape or form is important in your life, isn't it? It could be your career, it could be just a lifestyle choice, whatever be it, you know it's gonna impact in a positive way in your life. So be proud of yourself, because think about a native speaker who can speak your language, your native tongue. I bet 100% they wouldn't be able to, right? But you, on the other hand, have stepped into a journey where you'd be speaking a language which almost the entire world speaks, and almost the entire world thinks it's cool to learn. So think about it, be proud of yourself, and speak English with all the confidence that you've got, even though you're just a beginner. Confidence is another thing, but we're gonna talk about that in a different video, alright? But be proud of yourself of this decision. Again, how many times have I told you to be proud of yourself? Why don't you be proud of yourself already, boy? Boy, crazy boy. Alright, I'm just getting carried away, but you've got my point. So, moving on to the next point, number 3, be your own boss at learning the language. Yes, I'm using that line, which is be your own boss. It's flying around everywhere, this line nowadays, right? That's why I just put it in. But I have a point here. By be your own boss, I mean do what you want in learning the language. Have that mindset I'm gonna get to later, but that's what I'm trying to say here. Be your own boss of learning the language. For example, we care a lot about accents, especially non-native learners or speakers, right? So decide how you want to speak, decide the way you want to speak, decide the pronunciation that you want to get to or learn. Be specific about learning English as a beginner. For example, if you want to stick to your own native accent, not a problem. If you want to pick a certain accent, American, in UK, Australian, whatever, pick and choose one and stick to it, because that would get you closer, or maybe that will get you to learn English sooner because you'll be focused on one thing. Again, accents not that important, but if you want to pay attention or you want to start learning accents, then pick one and stick to it. Stick to your own accent, natural accent, and neutral accent, whatever accent you want to call it. And if it is okay with you, don't bother about what others say or think about it. Just be your own boss at how you choose to learn English. That's what I'm trying to say here. But then, there's a catch here. If your accent is too bad that others can't understand, what's the point of learning any language, English or any language, right? The other person that you're communicating with or to needs to understand what you're saying. So you gotta pay attention to that too. So accent, not a problem, whichever accent you choose. Make sure the other person can understand you with ease. No problemo, bro. That's how they should be talking to you. So be your own boss at learning how to learn. Pronunciation, accent, whatever. Got me? You feel me, boy? Alright, let's move on to the... Which one is it? Fourth point, which is consistency. I know, consistency is key. You know that already, and you don't want to talk about it, hear about it either, because everywhere you go, left or right, front, back, up, down, everybody says consistent, be consistent, be consistent. Of course it is. It works because it is important. Everybody knows that. So I'm telling you, I'm just putting it in this top 5 advices because it has to be one of the top 5, isn't it? Consistency. Just be consistent. Set goals, maybe monthly goals, quarterly goals, half-yearly goals. Try to say it fast. Monthly goals, quarterly goals, half-yearly goals.
तुमसे ना हो पाएगा.
Yearly goals. Oh my god, it's quite tough. Try it. Anyhow, so that's what I'm trying to say. Set goals, be consistent. You'll get to it. For example, if you're a beginner, you want to be able to say, learn 50 words in a month. 50 vocabularies, I mean. So stick to it. And by the end of the month, make sure you can use those 50 words in daily life scenarios. And by the way, that's another point, huh? When you learn vocabularies or words, don't think about just learning random words for no reason. Use those words in your daily life scenarios, situations, yeah? So in case if you're cooking, or if your mom's cooking, your dad's working, going to office, you're going to college, think about the scenarios played out in your head and try to learn the words that you would speak or talk about in those particular situations with your parents, relatives, brothers and sisters, or friends. Maybe just 5 words a day. It'd be amazing, isn't it? It's all about multiplication, and in no time you will be shocked how exponentially you have improved. So consistency, but not just random blind, I don't know what I'm doing consistency. I'm not talking about that. That's just bullshit consistency now, right? So you don't want to be there. Consistency, but very meticulous, efficient consistency. Oh my goodness, what am I talking about right now?
क्या बात है सर? क्या बात है सर? क्या बात है? ये बात है.
I'm just kidding. But hey, consistency. I'm sorry. Okay, so the best advice I have saved for the last. That's what I'm going to tell you. Number 5, which is mindset. If you would have asked me, or if you would ask me which advice it would be the best, and only if I could give you one advice, or an advice that I would give to my younger self, would be mindset. It's all, at the end of the day, mindset. Because our society have, for lack of a better word, I can only say crap. The mindset of our society when it comes to learning English is crap. People would make fun of you, judge you behind your back, or even think that you're pretentious. All sort of things. Don't care. The mindset that you need to have is, I don't give a crap about what people think. Because, hear me out. If you are pursuing something important, which will really have a positive impact in your life, always, not just about learning language or English, whatever. If you're pursuing something which would really benefit you, and in the process, in any way, it's not gonna affect others, then do it, go for it head on, and do not think twice about what others are gonna talk about. That is the mindset that you need to have while learning English. If you have that mindset, you will achieve your goals sooner than later, or at least sooner than your own batch mates who are starting with you together as a beginner, right? Mindset is very important. I would say that is the best advice I can give you. Mindset, be your own boss, links to this as well. Not thinking about others, what others think, because you're doing something important and good for you, right? Have I been repeating a lot? I'm sorry, but I think you've got that, right? So I hope that this top 5 advices or single advices have been beneficial. And off the top of my head, a bonus advice.
Now we're talking.
Try to have fun while learning the language. It's a journey, not a sprint. No, that's not the phrase. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a whole journey, a lifelong journey. So, have fun. Then you will not quit, you will not give up, you will not feel bored, you will not, even when people let you down, if you're having fun, you wouldn't care what they think, and you'll proceed, you'll get better, and you'll achieve your goal. So, I'll stop there. Before I do go or let you go, let me go. I just want to say that I am proud of you. Your parents are proud of you. Your friends, relatives are proud of you. People who love and actually care about you, are proud of you. So, march on. Start talking English. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, sharing it with others, and I'll see you in the next. Ciao. Today I'm going to talk to you about 4. I said 4, and the title itself is 5. Be your own boss. Work from boss. What is boss? I'm not talking about goals, quarterly goals, half-yearly goals, in everything consistent. Use those words in your daily life, and it's the number 5. What is 5? Oh shit, I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.